Greetings, YouTube. It's your boy Joe. It's your boy Freelancer Joe, once again here to amaze you with his polish and skill at presentations or vlog entries. Amazingly uninteresting, perhaps. Hey, it's partly for entertainment, yours, and partly for me as a record and motivator to actually get in front of the laptop and actually start doing things. So first off, I'd like to apologize for yesterday's audio mix-up. Basically, I tried to have Windows Media Player playing some music in the background, but then it also picked up the mic, and then we basically had a feedback loop, and yeah, not the best. When I'm coding, I like to have music playing. And, I mean, I could use this Yeti here. Oh, yeah, it's right there now. Yeah, I could use the headphone jack to have the audio playing, but I only like wearing headphones if I'm really trying to focus intently on what I'm doing. And I can't really do that if I'm also trying to blab about what I'm doing to you guys. So, not sure how I'm going to handle that then. I guess I could knuckle through for 30 minutes without any audio. It's still kind of annoying. I don't know. Oh well. So, the original plan was for me to continue working on building up my portfolio. The next step was local storage, which would be storage within the device running the application. Kind of like a cookie. Very much like a cookie, I imagine. But fortune has favored me, and your boy Freelancer Joe has a client. That's amazing. Basically, an old buddy from high school. Him and his wife. I won't give you their story, life story. But anyway, his wife has a music school, and she noticed on Facebook that I had updated my Facebook header image with the wonderful graphics created by my boy Carrie at Digital Graphics. She's like, "Oh, you do rebranding?" And I'm like, "Well, I only do part of it because I don't do graphic stuff." And long story short, I'm going to help with the redesign of her website as well as the introduction of new functionality into it. And I've broken that out into 3 phases. But the first phase is rebranding. And so I will first give a shout out to her school, which is the Bella Music School. Alright, what am I supposed to do? Okay, right. First I will reduce the resolution so I can actually process stuff. And I will resize this. And then I will make sure that it stays on top. Probably wouldn't need that if I had watermarks going. But anyway, this is her current website, Bella Music School, located in picturesque Leonardtown, Maryland. So if you're in that particular area and you need music lessons, look them up. I know she's been playing herself. She's been playing the cello for quite some time. And she has a very nice life dream of actually becoming so established that she can do world travel and teaching music to those less fortunate internationally. It's world travel, I suppose. Now, of course, I can't do the graphics work, and so once again, I have directed her or put her in contact with Carrie at Digital Graphics. I haven't ever actually brought us up their site. Go ahead. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead, wow me. I may have. Did I not make this always? Oh. What was on top? There we go. I know you want to see me all the time. Yeah. Digital Graphics. If you ever need graphics work, go to them. Carrie's a great guy. There's samples of the work. Awesome stuff. And music lessons. go here if you're in Leonardtown, Maryland. So, first part is rebranding. Graphics work going to be handled by Digital Graphics, and the website stuff is me. So, what is the first step we do when we start doing development work? Well, we create a repository to save the work. New repository, we shall call it UI-Music School. UI for Bella Music School. Private, of course. And we'll go ahead and do that. Create the repo, which we have here. And we're going to clone it with SSH. Okay, copy that. Did I copy that? Alright. Copied. So now we need to figure out where we're going to put it. I have my UI folder. It goes right there. I made that mistake last time. Git clone. And UI Bella Music School. Here she is. Nice. And now I will do what I did before, which is copy over pretty much the entire. So the first thing I do is npm init, I believe. No, the first thing I do is copy everything over. And then I do the npm init because it will use it will use the, I don't need that, the Webpack definitions. And there were those hidden files. .babel, yeah. And the .get ignore. .get ignore. That's good. And according to my README notes, alright, now I'm gonna do npm init. Package name UI-Bella-Music-School. Version v1. Repository is out. Author. Probably should start taking credit for that. License. I actually think it's MIT, to be sure honest, but and I gotta do various updates too. I'll have to remember that. Alright, so we have npm initted, and now we start the package install process. With any luck, I'll remember to have them all this time. See, that is Webpack as well as Client for Webpack, development server, basic configuration stuff. So, as you can see, I've already started cracking. I know I have to now. I swear, one day I'll have a routine for actually proceeding in these log entries, like all the cool kids do. So now this is the Babel stuff. And then I'll have more Babel stuff. Enhance resolve the aliasing for the configuration file. Yeah, I really need to take a look at that at some other point. I mean, they call this sort of thing technical debt. Things you should address, things you don't necessarily need to address, not immediately. Were I doing this full time, or were I particularly, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to stay PG rated. Were I particularly particular about the details, I stay on top of everything. But you know, perfection, what is it? Perfect is the enemy of good. You try and get everything lined up before you take that first step. And you'll never take that first step. And if you never take a step, then how are you ever moving forward? Your boy Freelancer Joe is full of bits of wisdom like that. That I am in no way originators for. And I'm sure there are millions of counterexamples to that, but you know, it's like the great prophet Thanos said, it's all about balance. If you wait until everything's perfect, you can't take the step. But if things aren't good enough, then you'll stumble when you take that first step. Why didn't I just install? npm install. Save the Glyphi. Okay, right. So now we're up to image inlining. Ugh. Don't even get me started on the performance optimizations I need to do. You know, were I really lazy, what I would do? Just have this in a global thing in my box. Yeah, you know, to Python's credit, the whole virtual environment thing is... Can't believe I did that. Is better. Fortunately, the camera is lower resolution, so you didn't see that. Doubly fortunate, it's just pseudo-flavored water. No sweetener. Gotta admit, was not a fan of LaCroix at first. Didn't understand what the hoopla was about. Still don't understand what the hoopla is about, but damn if I'm not hooked on it. It's all thanks to this coconut. LaCroix coconut. Once I got that in my mouth, it's like it opened up my mind for all the other flavors. And I may have told that story before. And I will probably tell it again. It's what happens when your sphere of activity is very small. Office, home, office, home. But at least now that when I'm at home, I'm doing something useful. I mean, I was doing other useful things for my own personal health. But you ever get the feeling that you could do a little bit more? Make a little bit more effort to improve your station in life? Or maybe a lot more. Then again, that's also why I have my weekly Drinks with Joe session to look back, figure out where I'm going next. I say weekly, even though you've only had the privilege of seeing one episode. So that was all the image stuff. One more image set of image plugins to handle. And then we'll go with React, React DOM, Redux. Now, Slick. A lot of these packages aren't going to be needed for what I have in mind for, well, not a lot. I mean, I'm not going to do custom scroll bars or Slick carousel. That was a vanity effort on my part when I put it in my site. Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to learn when to let go of something that just isn't working. But Freelancer Joe can be stubborn sometimes. A lot of times. But, again, the whole balance thing, sometimes you need that tenacity. And other times you need to know when to call it quits. Though when you ever have doubts about it, it helps to look to see what other people have done in similar situations. Odds are, if hundreds of people have done it and failed, you don't exactly have the best shot at it. I mean, you can reach for the stars, but you really should temper your expectations on that one. You gotta do something different. I mean, really different. Even if you think you do it the best, what's stopping from somebody else coming along who's better? Okay, that was Material UI. Class names on log level as helpers. And you know what? I'm just going to do this all in one because there's no need to do it separately. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will be saying, but Joe, you're repeating yourself. It's like, yes, I am, but 10 minutes. Really? And it helps me gather my thoughts. Like going through this, I realize, okay, I don't need this, I don't need this. This is for a reminder that I have some technical debt that needs to be addressed. Alright, what have we got here? Okay, so I have the directory structure. I believe I have the necessary files copied over. I have initted. I have installed the packages. So it should be just npm start. Yes. Down over here, just in case some errors pop up there. Oh, hey, look at that. First time it came up. Not like Joe, but it's the same thing. How do you know it's different? I was like, well, I don't. And now we will open up. Did I click the right one? Yes. Okay. Alright. Let me use my configuration file, which contains the title, and we're going and the index.html because it's hard coded. So Bella Music School. And use that. And let's see. Yep. Bella Musical. There we go. So we have a React web app running for the Bella Music School now, with my name prominently plastered all over it. But that is perfectly acceptable. So now what is the next step? Let me see. So I could... so part of the reason for these series of videos is that when I have clients, when I'm posting daily videos of me doing some work on their thing, on their project, they can see that I'm actually doing work on the project. It's a trust building thing. And the other thing that helps is having a test deployment environment for them to access so they can go ahead and take a look at it if they don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me rambling on. So I could set up the static environment now. I could set up placeholders for these. They're going to be views in the new app, and I think eventually, so the first step is to basically take what's already there and just kind of push it over to a new layout, and then we can kind of refine from there. Either to condense and simplify things or to add other things. For example, info, it's pretty much equivalent. Let's see. It looks like it's probably equivalent to... yeah, it's kind of equivalent to the about, right? So you figure on about, you'd also have your staff there. Services here, which probably details lessons and things like that. Rentals and camps. So you probably also throw the learning tree thing underneath there. And I do know that they also handle like weddings and other events. So I kind of put that under there too. Privacy and security. I actually throw that under info as well, personally, or in the small print at the bottom. But then again, those are only suggestions I'll be able to offer, and I'll be in a better position to offer them once I have a sample going, which I do have the sample, but there's no way for the client to see it. However, we are kind of pushing up on the 30-minute mark, so I doubt I would be able to get that set up in time in the video, and I don't want to go long. And also, unlike the portfolio series of videos, I really want to show me doing all of this stuff, just to help establish I'm the one doing it, I'm capable of doing it. Not excellently capable of doing it, but capable of doing it. Whereas for client stuff, the 30-minute video is just going to be kind of like a status thing to show that I'm still working. Let's see, for example, this really should be capitalized. But even after the video is done, I'm still going to squeeze in some extra work on it. So when you come on, well, when I put tomorrow's video up, I mean, it'll probably be more, it should be more advanced unless power goes out or I get distracted by some shiny object. Anyway, but that's the first step, one thing I can do. It's like, oh, good, you've got something running, but you know what you need to do? You need to commit that bad boy. And so that I can fit in. Star, git add src, git add config, git add webpack star, git status, git commit dash initial check-in, push. Pressing. Horizontal deltas. And we will check the Git repository to see if there's anything in here. And yes, there we are. Okay. We are all checked in. Ooh, that's neat. I haven't seen that before. Seems like a useless stat, in all honesty. But yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons and are smarter than me for that. They're probably smarter than me too. So. I don't aim to be the smartest. I just aim to be the least, not as foolish as the most foolish. Yeah. So thanks for joining me. If you have any comments or suggestions, you know the drill. Like, subscribe if you feel so inclined. So I'll catch you later, and God bless.